Peace, family. Thank you for being here so much. It is your girl, Natasha. I am your local skincare bae, and I am the face behind Naturally You Cosmetics. So, hey, honey bunny. What is today? Today is June 10th. It is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. I have no clue as to why I cannot remember the days. It's the summer break. My kids are home from school, and I promise you, the days are literally just running together. Speaking of, my best friend is picking up. Hold on 1 second, guys. I know, I seen her. All right, I love you guys. I will see you, Tanner, in the morning, in the rising.
Do I have my Stitch things? The backpack and the... No, you didn't bring that. No, you didn't bring that.
Alright, guys.
It smells magical in here.
It is. That's because I'm live on YouTube and burning my incense.
Ooh, you can feel the magic when you walk in the room. Well, let me tell ya.
Absolutely. You could just leave one and take the other one. It was for them.
No, I'm gonna do both. We don't order.
Okay, Tanner wants to come back in the morning with Ken.
I know, but he's got a 9 o'clock doctor's appointment.
Okay.
But after...
Sorry, guys.
Did you swim well?
No, I have a swimsuit.
Wait. Natasha, you lost it too.
I know.
What?
Social skills are great.
It's fine.
We're learning. You're beautiful. I love
It's
you.
fine.
I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
That was lovely.
It was lovely.
You still have 5 kids, but it was lovely.
Mom, was the kids talking about us?
Yeah, that's where you were. Come on, baby. Say thank you. Let's go.
All right, I love you guys, and I may see you tomorrow. Depends on your mom.
What do you say?
Thank you.
Love you guys.
You
I'll
can't
talk to
be
you.
mopey about tomorrow when you just had 2 fun days.
I know.
Let's
They
have fun. Focus on the positive.
They do.
Because of
They
that
get so
energy.
upset.
I'm not driving back with that energy.
Be so sad.
You and the Caribbean.
They be so sad. But thank you, friend. I love you.
I love you too. Come on, Tanner. Hold on, I'm coming.
What's going on, honey bunny?
He's getting water.
Oh, yeah, they were thirsty.
All right, I'm in the car, baby. Come on. Bye, Kennedy.
All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. All right, sorry about that, family. As soon as I went live, my best friend arrived to pick up her boys. She brought her boys over to play with my daughter. It's the summertime, so. But literally, as soon as I hit live, she came. So I do apologize for that. Tanner, your mom is waiting, honey.
I was drinking water.
All right, we love you, and we may see you tomorrow. Ask your mom again. Come here, Kyra. All right, lock the bottom lock for me. Never mind, it's okay. You could just shut it. And the door didn't shut. Okay, there we go. All right, cool beans. Sorry about that. It was a brief little pause. I apologize. But again, I'm Natasha here with Naturally You Cosmetics. It's Tuesday, June 10th, which is a beautiful day. And I just pretty much wanted to tap in with my family and just talk about who was avoiding their shadow work. I want to talk about avoiding shadow work and literally how avoiding shadow work can like stall your blessings and stall your next level. Okay? But before we get into that, I would like to do my own shameless plug for Naturally You Cosmetics. So if you guys are following me or have been following me, then you know that I posted about my Spiritual Girly bundle. I created 25 bundles, which is the ultimate Spiritual Girly package, which includes the Empress Energy Body and Yoni Oil, This oil is made with argan, apricot, and fractionated coconut oil. It is very deeply hydrating, okay? And you don't have to worry about it clogging your pores because it's fractionated coconut oil, okay? And then we have the Empress Energy Body Cream. This is an all natural body cream formulated with a mango butter, raw Caribbean shea butter, and essential oils as well. Okay? And then next we have our Seduce the Room hand dipped essential oil incense. Now, I make these all by hand, as you guys know. But the hand dipped essential oil, I dip them myself, okay? This is natural wood pulp dipped in essential oils, and this one specifically is called Seduce the Room. I have 5 on the website. Seduce the Room is one of my favorites. It smells amazing, okay? This is the one that I'm burning now. If you guys were here, when my best friend walked in, she was like, oh, it smells lovely. It's the incense, okay? And then next we have the Energy Cleanse. This is an Energy Cleanse bath soak, okay? It is exactly what it sounds like, an energy cleanse. Now, you know, as a high priestess, as a goddess, as an empress, we, you know, unconsciously and sometimes subconsciously pick up energies along the way, energies that are not ours. Or sometimes we lend our energy or have our energy stolen and siphoned. So as a divine sacred feminine, as a divine sacred masculine, it's so important for us to energy cleanse. It's so important to energy cleanse, to pretty much get rid of energy that is not yours, stagnant energy that no longer is in alignment and that kind of lingers. And then it's also good to call your energy and power back. So check out the Empress Energy Bath Soak. You actually get a free Palo Santo stick too, with every purchase of the Energy Cleanse Bath Soak. And then last but certainly not least is my Clear Skin Tea. The Clear Skin Tea. This is actually a trial size pack, okay? The trial pack comes with 7 small bags for 8-ounce teacups. So if you've been wanting to try the Clear Skin Tea, but don't want to spend $10 to $15 depending on which size you get, definitely purchase the trial pack of the Clear Skin Herbal Tea. It is blended with ginger, chamomile flower, toasty chamomile flower, and chickweed herb. So check that out. It tastes very good with your agave or honey, or if you're someone who still uses sugar too, but honey and agave is a little bit more better for you. So just wanted to first of all mention the Spiritual Girly bundle. Now again, I only have 25 of these available. So $25. If you were to buy, $25, 25 packages. However, if you were to buy each of these products separately, the Empress Energy is $20, the Empress Energy Body Cream is $20, the Energy Cleanse Bath Soak is $25 with the free payload. We got the incense stick, which is $5, and then the trial size packs of the Clear Skin Tea is $5. So we're talking about a $75 value. However, right now, the bundle, if you get them all 5 in a bundle deal, you can literally purchase this for $60 with free shipping. Because as you guys know, anytime you ship and spend over $50, you get free shipping. So get these while supplies last, because once they run out, I probably won't be doing it again for a while. At least not with the Empress Energy. I may choose another scent. All right, cool beans. So yay, we got that out the way. And if you haven't already, download my app in the Apple App Store. Okay, search Naturally the letter U Cosmetics. Download my app. You can shop directly in the app. Okay, if you don't want to download the app or you got full storage, just simply go to your Safari or your search engine and type in naturalucosmetics.com and visit my website today. Be sure to subscribe there because you get a 20% off coupon when you subscribe, and you also get a 50% coupon off of one select item when you download the app out of the Apple App Store. I'll be in the Google Play Store soon enough. All right, so avoiding shadow work. What does avoiding shadow work kind of look like for you guys? Let me see. Somebody commented, I'm not sure. What does avoiding shadow work look like for you guys? Or what can it look like for you guys? Avoiding shadow work can look a lot like stalling your blessings, not reaching the level of success that you intended to, Definitely not pouring into your spiritual bank how you should. Not operating with truth and integrity. But also avoiding your shadow work could also look like you not really walking in your authenticity, walking in your divine light. It could also look like that as well. And it's simply because you're not really taking time to decipher or to decode what is going on the inside of you. You're not sitting with yourself. Okay, so anytime that you guys are not, me too, that we are not sitting with ourselves and doing a self-analysis, okay, that could be very harmful and very dangerous because you're not really taking inventory of your emotional state, your mental state, your physical state, which ultimately ends up bleeding into other areas of your life, like your financial state, okay? So shadow work is, first of all, what is shadow work? Okay, a lot of people want to know exactly what is shadow work. I'm sorry, let me see if this is let me go to the chat. I apologize. Hey, Amon Ray. Hi, I'm sorry if you guys been messaging and I missed the message. I apologize. I just had to turn it to the chat screen, so I do apologize about that. But exactly what is shadow work? So shadow work is where you sit with all aspects of yourself, okay? Shadow work is something where you are being honest with yourself, okay? You could have lied to the world. You could have lied to your partner. You could have lied to the people at work. When you do shadow work, you can lie to yourself. Let me take that back. There are very delusional people who lie to themselves. And in some instances, lying to yourself could definitely work out. Because lying to yourself in certain situations, like when it comes to building your business and you need to build momentum, so you got to get a little delusional, like I am a millionaire because I am. I am resourceful because I am. That kind of delusion is okay. That's not what I'm talking about. When you are doing shadow work, you cannot lie to yourself. You have to be totally authentic and transparent with yourself about yourself. Your highs, your lows, what makes you angry, what makes you tick, what triggers you, okay? And that's really sometimes stemming from childhood trauma, womb trauma, mother and father trauma, past trauma. Hold on one second. Baby, yes. You cannot do the dishes right now. I am live on YouTube. That's going to make way too much noise in my background. All right. So you're going to have to wait till I'm done. All right. All right, cool beans. So again, shadow work is just being honest with yourself. It's typically going into those dark parts of yourself, going into the parts that you've avoided, going into the parts where you feel you don't really like that part of yourself. Like, I don't know. Going to pet the lion is shadow work. Going to pet the parts of you that you dislike, or, for instance, if you have an anger issue and you don't want to acknowledge it, or you've been hearing it for quite some time and you haven't necessarily done anything about it, that would be considered doing your shadow work, because that's the part that you want to heal. You know what I mean? Anger is a natural emotion. Anger is a part of the journey. Anger is something that needs to be recognized. Anger needs to be accepted. It is what you do with the anger. It's how you channel the anger, okay? So pretty much shadow work in totality is a holistic way of healing, starting with the dark parts of yourself. When it comes to shadow work, you don't necessarily start with the parts that you're good at or that you're improving. You start with the parts that you gotta fix that part of you. You know what I mean? It's the thing that triggers you. It's the thing that causes you to go from 0 to 100 real fast. And generally, when you avoid that shadow work, you end up in bad relationships, bad business partnerships. You end up in situations that may cause you a whole lot of money. You end up in situations that may cause you a whole lot of heartbreak. You end up in situations that can literally cause you to just have self-doubt, feel like you're undeserving. When you do your shadow work, guys, okay, you are literally allowing yourself to be every aspect of you, the high and the low parts of you. You are allowing yourself, you are literally taking pieces, fragmented pieces, and you're putting them together to create a holistic you, a more welled and healed you, okay? So, avoiding shadow work, I wouldn't suggest. And if you are dating or dealing or in friendships and partnerships with people who are avoiding doing the work, it can be hard for you. It can be hard for you. I've dated where the opposite sex, my partner, was just not working on themselves. And it began to bleed into our relationship. Because here it is, you are someone who is, you want to master self. You want to master your emotions. You want to master, quantifying your finances. You want to master just different parts, your spirituality. You want to master just different parts of yourself. And if you're dating someone who's not intentionally working on themselves, then more than likely, as you grow, as you heal, as you ascend, one or two things can happen, if not simultaneously. They can pull you down. They can stall your healing, okay? They can literally pull you to their level and interfere with your healing, okay? Or they can get jealous. You ever dated someone that got jealous of how you found peace, of how you found joy? Have you ever dated someone that was jealous of how you were working on yourself and working to improve yourself? Like, say you wanted to start working out again, right? Or you wanted to start eating healthy, and the partner literally takes it so personal. They feel a personal attack, baby. You just triggered them. Okay? So you guys definitely I'm not gonna say just you. We have to be very vigilant when it comes to our shadow work and the journey that we are on, because avoiding your shadow work can definitely hinder your success, hinder your ascension. It can literally not be good for you. Hold on one second. I just want to see if I have any chat. I apologize. Let's turn this down. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Be sure to like and share this YouTube. Liking and share this YouTube definitely brings awareness to my business and to my page. So, healing. I put a personal post. Well, I put a post up on my personal page earlier, and it was just talking about shadow work, which is why this live was actually prompted to even be discussed, to even talk about shadow work. So I put a post on my page, and basically it was just about how shadow work looks different for everyone. And when it comes to shadow work, right, which is shadow work is just really inner child healing, trauma healing, womb healing, right? And it can be overused so much today that it can actually seem kind of cliche. However, when you're on your healing journey, whatever that looks like, it can look different for you, and it can look different from other people. So what I say is, when you're on your healing journey, try not to mimic too much of what someone else is doing. Like, for instance, for me, I used to repress my dark feminine energy a lot because I was a mom. I felt like, well, moms don't do this, and moms don't go out and shake a tail feather, and moms don't drink, and moms don't. So I started to kind of repress, the parts of me that were deemed bad or deemed not so healthy for me, right? Well, listen, what I discovered within the past 4 to 5 years is I've purposely went and got inside of my dark feminine energy. I purposely went to go pet the lion that lives within inside of me. That raging energy that I've repressed over so many years, because, especially being a Black woman, we're not allowed to necessarily be angry. Why are we angry? We're always angry. So I was one of those ones who really just didn't want to tap into that part. because I didn't want to be looked at as angry, or I didn't want to be looked at as a girl who like clubbed because I was a mom. I didn't want to be looked at in the different lens of other people instead of accepting that aspect of myself. So a part of my healing journey was going out. It really was. It really was. It really was. And sometimes it can be like that even now. I've healed so much in my journey. I've ascended so much in my journey. But I've learned how to take that dark feminine part, that dark aspect of myself, and use it and literally transmute it. So the whole point of me bringing that up for you guys is pretty much letting you know that your healing may not look like everyone else's. Your healing may not look like everyone else's. It may not look like what everyone else is doing. You may not have the crystals. You know, you may not have the crystals. You may not burn the incense or the Palo Santo stick, okay? You may not take the energy cleanse baths, okay? As long as the healing work that you are doing is not totally damaging yourself and putting yourself in harm's way of death. If your healing is not putting anyone else in harm's way, in a very dangerous situation, then do what it is you need to do. Whatever that may look like. If that means crashing out safely and without going to jail, then crash the fuck out. Visit you one of those rage houses. You know those rage, I'm not sure what they're called. They need to be called crash out houses. But they're literally places where you go and you get to bust out the windows and you get to break glass with a hammer, and they put you in this protective mask and this protective suit, and you're able to just like literally crash the fuck out. I've never been to one, but I've heard about it, and to be totally honest with you, I kind of feel like I need that. I kind of feel like I need that because, guys, one thing about being born into a physical construct like the one that we are in, we come through different portals, right? So the portal that we come through, which is our mother's womb, they've experienced trauma. So trauma gets passed down not only in the womb, but when you're here and you're going through your own trauma. You know what I mean? You're literally playing the cards that life dealt you. So trauma lives so deeply within us. It is deep within our bones. It is deep within our womb space. It is deep. We have ancestral trauma that is literally passed down through the blood. So however you find yourself healing, whether it's journaling, whether it's meditating, whether it's, smoking marijuana. Speaking of, I'm going to light one of since we're on the subject of marijuana, I want to talk about a little bit about my pre-rolls, but they're not going to be marijuana pre-rolls. Let me throw that out there. This is actually an herbal pre-roll. Y'all do understand that we have different herbs that are smokable. Different herbs like lavender and I believe it's called Demia, like Tulsi, like Mullein. It's different smokable herbs, right? So without going on the deep end, I am going to come out with my own pre-rolls for different spiritual activations. So whether you guys are smoking for relaxation, whether you are smoking before you're heading into a very deep meditation, whether you're smoking before you do your ritual work. I do know that we are approaching a full moon. The full moon energy is here. It's going to be a full strawberry moon, and the sign of Sagittarius. The energy is here, baby. And we already know what Sagittarius energy is like. That's main character energy. That's the main character energy. And I honestly feel up under this full moon, hopefully you guys are releasing things, people, places, experiences that you are no longer in alignment with. So that way when the new moon come around, you can do your new moon ritual to call into you new things or to help increase, your ritual or spell work for new things. So either way, the herbal pre-rolls, I'll have those in a couple weeks. I am working on it now. I was doing a lot of research on different herbs that blend well together. I actually came across some different herbs, and I already had a blend formulation for it. I know a lot of people who are tobacco users, right? I'm thinking of the people who are coming off of weed and no longer want to smoke weed, but still like the idea of inhaling natural herbs, right? Or for those people who work a career and they get drug tests. For people who are coming off of nicotine, there is a blend that I'm going to make for people who's coming off of nicotine with mint leaf. Like listen, I just been quiet about it, but since I'm here live on YouTube, I'm at the spark one of my pre-rolls, and this is actually a tray that I was using right here. This is my blender. I made my what do you call it? I call it a crusher, but that's not what it's called. But I put it in here. So here's the lavender flower. This is real lavender flower, okay? Not dyed, not bleached, no added, no additives or anything like that. And then the Tulsi chamomile flower. So I was already someone that believed in natural herb smoking. I've been doing it for years. And the other day, I literally just had a download when I was talking to my husband. I love that word. It's matcha tea, by the way. Matcha and herb smoking is just the shit. But yeah, so I just had a download. I'm like, baby, I want to come out with my own pre-rolls. But instead of marijuana, I want to do natural herb pre-rolls. And then, of course, that went to an entire brand built around natural herbs. So I'm not going to get into the brand until we get this idea rolling. But I definitely wanted to let you guys know that I will be creating and blending my own herbal pre-rolls, again, for different activations. So people look out for that. Anyway, we were speaking on healing and how avoiding your shadow work could literally hurt you. Now, hopefully you guys are not avoiding your shadow work though. We need more people who's taking accountability. We need more people who is accepting responsibility for their growth, for their healing. Okay, especially if you are someone who is building a business, building a brand, or in a new relationship. How you guys can help the collective, how you guys can help humanity, okay, especially Black men and women, is by working on yourself. When you are dating someone and they're working on themselves and you're working on yourself and you're working on your spiritual healing, your financial foundation, your physical body, your physical wellness, you know what I mean? Whatever that look like, yoga, stretching, walks, jogging, the gym, whatever that looks like, you are literally creating like a wave and a frequency of healing the collective, of healing the village, right? Because if everyone is working on themselves to be better, to be authentic, to be trustworthy, to tell the truth, to be integral, right? That would ricochet. It will ricochet. You'd be more compassionate. You'd be more empathetic. I feel like right now the world is just so not empathetic at all. Like, we don't give a damn. And I don't know if we've been programmed to not give a damn. But we don't give a damn. We do not give a damn right now on like anything. Something can happen to someone and it's like, oh, okay. And we literally the next day, we're going on about our day. Okay. I got into a car accident. Perfect example. I got into a car accident last week. Somebody literally dead smack ran into me. Okay. So the first day, I got a lot of hope you feel better. Oh my God, thank goodness. And then, and listen, it's nobody's responsibility to check in on me. This is just an example of how we can be just out of the loop with compassion and out of the loop with loving humanity. No one has checked on me besides my man and my man's mom. No one has checked on my daughter because she was in the car with me. So those are just examples that, man, avoiding shadow work, like this whole entire nation needs to do some shadow work, honestly. And if you guys are interested, especially for my spiritual girlies, I do have a group called the Spiritual Girly Covenant. It is in the app though. You got to go to the Apple App Store and download the app. You cannot join this group online, I don't think. I don't think you can go to the website and join it. I think in order to be a part of the group, you have to download the app. I could be wrong, but either way, download the app, join the Spiritual Girly Covenant. I actually have a YouTube channel called the Spiritual Girly. So if you want to follow that page, you can as well. This group is literally designed for spiritual girlies like you and I. We know that the spiritual walk is a lonely one. And in some aspects, in some chapters, you have to be alone. And then there's aspects and chapters where you need community, where you need a village, where you need support, where you need someone to resonate with on different things and kind of feed off each other and help to navigate this thing. Feed off each other in a good way, in high vibrational ways, of course. So if you want a group, it's $7.77 a month, so $7.77 a month. Don't talk to me about it, baby. $7.77 is inexpensive for the amount of support that you get, right? So when you join the Spiritual Girly Covenant, you get one free reading. We do monthly Zoom meetings. And again, this isn't necessarily it's definitely not one of those groups where you're going and you're like, okay, this is the master guru. I'm going to do everything they say. No, this is just collective women and men, if you guys decide to join, who are intentionally healing and who are intentionally supporting each other through their healing. We're sharing different ways to heal. We're sharing different ritual work. We're sharing different ideas. Okay, we're stepping outside of the box of what spirituality looks like. Okay, and we're doing so much more than that. So long story short, if you are someone who is starting your shadow work, or who's interested in what shadow work even looks like, or you just like the vibe, you just like the whole spiritual canvas, you like the whole energy, you like the fact that my brand is all about holistic wellness inside and out, then definitely join the Spiritual Girly Covenant on the app. Okay. That's it. But yeah, join the group. So I'm not going to stay out here too much long, guys. I pretty much just wanted to tap in with you and just discuss the avoiding shadow work a little bit, and just to also just be a gentle reminder to do your work. Do your work. I don't know why I feel so strongly about it. Maybe it's because I'm an Aquarius sun and we are rebels and we are detached, but we're also humanitarians. And I do know, and I have seen the sickness within our society. It is horrible. No one is taking responsibility. No one is taking accountability. Everyone thinks that this shit is a joke and it's funny and it's comical. But I will say, in order to unlock, and this is just from my personal journey and my own personal experience, in order to unlock, hey Big Dun Data, I appreciate you as well. In order to unlock higher levels, right? In order to ascend to higher timelines and higher dimensions and higher life experiences, you gotta face you. That's what shadow work is all about. It's the light and the dark you. It's duality. And it's you learning how to harness both energies to alchemize and co-create your fucking utopia. Ashe. Ashe. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. And thank you so much for tapping into this live. No, it wasn't a long live. I'll be on tomorrow. In the meantime, download my app in the Apple App Store. Visit my shop online. Be sure to click the like button. Purchase you some skincare. Purchase you the Spiritual Girly bundle. And yeah, until next time, I love you. Peace.